We're live from 304 Studios in Jonesboro, Arkansas. This is an STS Pod Club production. Hey, Record Store Nation, I'm BT. That's right. I'm the guest host for episode 69, giggity giggity, of the Record Store. That's right. And also, this is the finale of the Record Store. We will have full details on the main feed as we're going to continue to do a music podcast. But this is the finale of the Record Store. Before we get started, a big shout out to our house band, Cult of Meltzer. Some crazy people there, but Cult of Meltzer, I saw them in Blythe, Arkansas a couple of weeks back. Great band. Remember, we are in the middle, almost the end of all episodes, Memphis in May. And so we searched the area for a band so that we can review their CD, their on stream. It's a little bit different these days. You don't grab an album, you don't grab a CD. You grab a site and listen to a song. So what we have is the punk rock group MoonMane, and let's talk about MoonMane. They're from the Memphis area. They're from Little Rock, Arkansas. They released this album on November the 29th, 2021. The album, they said, delivers a concise yet impact listening experience. There's 7 tracks, so it's not going to be a long review. But we also hear from two members of the band who made an appearance on 5-minute time limit talking about the band. So real quick, this album, and the reason I accepted MoonMane, even though they're not really from Memphis per se, from the Memphis area they are, but this album was recorded at the famous Sun Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. And you're going to hear a clip from the bassist Michael in the very end of the show talking about being in those studios. So Sun Studios, Memphis, Tennessee. What does Sun Studios do? Sun Studios is in Memphis, Tennessee, considered iconic recording studio for music history, referred many times as the birthplace of rock and roll. It was founded by Sam Phillips in 1950. It helped launch the career of many recording artists: Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, B.B. King, Roy Orbison. How about those names, huh? Recorded right there at Sun Studios. Other guys, Rufus Thompson, Charlie Rich, Junior Parker, Billy Lee Riley, all notable artists in the Memphis area, recorded right there at Sun Studios. And even U2, John Mellencamp, Chris Isaac, Bonnie Raitt, Paul McCartney, and Def Leppard have recorded albums or music right there at Sun Studios. It's still active. You can go to Sun Studios right now and record if that's what you want to do. And that's what these guys did. So let's talk about this album. I guess you can refer to it as an EP. It is MoonMane Party on the Veranda. That's right. It, like I said, 2021, 7 crazy tracks. This is punk rock, folks. If you don't like punk rock, you're going to have a hard time listening to this. I like to say it's, screaming and hollering. But man, I had a fun time listening to this. So let's go track by track. We'll hear from Eric, who's also a band member. And then we'll go for about 3 or 4 more tracks. And then we'll hear from Michael. You know, I'm probably going to keep saying album, so please forgive me, I'm old. I consider all music an album. This would be an album, but an EP, as I mentioned. Let's open it up with Grunt. Fast. Makes you want to jump up and down. It's the opening song. And just so you know, I did get the lyrics to all this, but there is no guarantee exactly what they were saying. But I'm pretty sure it was. It was transcribed for me. Man, just a good, quick song. And when you get an album and you start listening to it, when you get something powerful like this, that just, I mean, it just going at you full steam. Some of the lyrics here are, we're gonna care about that motherfucker. No, we're gonna care about one another. No, we're gonna beat him like a brother sister. I know I'm trying to sing there, but sang, as we say in the South. Love the lyrics. Love the power of the song. And just keep on saying it. I can see people jumping around as if they were at a concert, you know, hitting each other back and forth with this song. That was the opening track, Grunt. Just let you know, you can search MoonMane in any of these tracks that I mentioned. If you want to just listen to one of the songs, you can do that on YouTube, or you can go to Spotify or Apple Music, support these folks. The next song is The New Maine. By the way, I want to make a quick note of the word Maine. I know if you're listening to this and you're not from the Memphis area, you have no idea what we're saying. It's slang, or it's the way we pronounce man. Hustle and Flow, a movie that kind of, if you go back and watch Hustle and Flow, you'll hear some of the characters saying Maine instead of man. The next track was The New Maine. It's a quick song, but and I'm not saying this as a bad thing, but it felt like an intro. You're getting ready to watch some crazy Cartoon Network animated series at 2 a.m. You had a gummy, or you had a few beers. You're just going to sit back, and this song starts playing as the theme song. One of the lyrics is, do you really think you could get away from your demise? Kind of strong lyrics for me, because I think we all run from our demise. We try to do things to keep death away from us. I like that. Do we run away from it? Kind of, yeah, we do. Liked it. The New Maine, second track on the album. That's right, I said album. The third track, fun song. Fun song. The third track is, it starts out with, hey man, I don't know, man, but that's not such a good idea. Yeah, that's spoken word there at the very front. And you know what? If I would have listened to some of my friends in the past and they said, hey, man, I don't know, man, but that's not such a good idea, man. If I would have listened to that, I could have cut myself out of trouble a few times. I don't know, man. Also, lyrics, it's all bullshit. I don't know the date. I don't know the time. I don't know the week. It's bullshit. Man, how many of us have woke up early in the morning after a crazy night out? And guys, it happens where you, number one, well, you don't know the date. You don't know the time. You don't know what day of the week it is. And sometimes you don't know how whoever's sitting next to you got there, or is on the bed with you, or whatever. Love that. And it is bullshit. You would say, you got to say first when you wake up. And then it's all bullshit from that point. Here is a great thing about this song. And I'm not sure. Well, I'm pretty positive. Maybe I'm not the only one that picked this up. But these guys must be fans of Cheech and Chong. And by the way, I was going to put the Cheech and Chong joke on here, but I don't want to get a strike against me. So it's going on a Patreon. A little small, short skit that they had on one of their albums. Do me a favor and make sure you subscribe to Patreon. Listen to that. And also always on Patreon, we put our favorite song, so I'll be playing that. But here is the lyrics. Who's knocking at the door? It's Dave. Don't you know a Dave? But I don't know a Dave. So who's knocking at my door? It's Dave. Just let me the fuck in, man. That it has to be a tribute to Cheech and Chong, but it ends kind of different than Cheech and Chong. Shotgun loaded. I don't know a Dave. They ended up shooting the shotgun blast through the door. Brains on the concrete. Oh, bullshit. I don't have a mind. I don't have the time. I don't know the crime. It's bullshit. Good song. Fun tribute to Cheech and Chong. And that song was I Don't Know Maine. All right, the fourth song. And we're going to talk about the fourth song of the album. And then we're going to head off into the commercial break. But before the commercial break, we are going to hear from Eric from the band. MoonMane is the fourth song. It's the fourth song titled, the band is called MoonMane. So a lot of bands do that where they have a song named after their band or a band named after a song or something like that. The start of this song, and no offense, I hope they don't get mad because I've already mentioned Nirvana, I think, twice to these guys. But the riff in this song really reminds me, reminds me of Nirvana. The whole song kind of reminds me of Nirvana. Them saying, we are the MoonMane, baby. We're here to fucking conquer. There's a countdown there. Just one of those songs where it's kind of try to be their anthem, I guess. We have come to speak the truth. Just kind of weird, but I liked it. I liked the song. I liked the riff at the top. The last part of the song is, you won't like what's going to be done when we get to you. You won't like it at all. You're going to strap you down to the table and we're going to cut you open really fucking slowly. And we're going to rip out piece by piece just so we can see how you tick. Good song, strange lyrics. I liked it. And then at the very end of that song, which is one of the longest songs on the album, is saying to watch out behind you. The MoonMane are on their way. They're coming. Watch out. The MoonMane's coming for you, not the MoonMane. Good song. That was our fourth track. Now let's go to a soundbite. Eric was on 5-minute time limit. Sit back and listen to the 5 minutes. He talks about the band. We talk to Eric for 5 minutes. Eric on first. Eric,
what's up?
How the hell are you, man?
Man, I'm all right.
Well, let me tell you how it works. There's a clock there at the very top. You got 5 minutes. Let's talk, man.
All right, man. What's up? I'm the drummer for MoonMane, punk rock band out of Little Rock.
I think you're the first person in a punk rock band that's been on my show since it's pretty much a wrestling podcast. So y'all started. Are you guys from Little Rock?
I mean, we're a little spread out from around Arkansas. 2 members are from Little Rock area. I'm from Russellville, and our bass player's from like Clarksville area.
They used to have shows all the time in Russellville. If you can see, look, I pointed in the right direction there. We got the MoonMane. See, I actually knew how to say it. MoonMane. Yeah. And growing up in the Memphis area, and Hustle and Flow. I remember seeing Hustle and Flow, and they said Maine every second there in that show, and somebody telling me we don't talk like that. Yeah, right. Yeah. We don't talk like that. Excited because I put some fillers out there, and you guys were one of the bands that had full CDs, you have full albums, whatever you want to call it, and you have a whole catalog of stuff. And we're going to be reviewing one of the albums on episode number 69. Giggity, giggity.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. On episode 69 of The Record Store. And I'm going to be the guest host, and I'm going to sit down. I've listened to some of the new songs. I've listened to some of it. It is so raw, and that's why I like it. And I know you probably will hate me when I say this, but it reminds me of like really when some of the first time that not that I listened to the Nirvana that was on MTV. It reminded me of the Nirvana that I listened to when I went and bought the other albums.
Yeah, I mean,
the rawness of it, not the music.
Raw, and we know what we want to sound like, and we've had the pleasure of doing some really cool stuff. We recorded our first record at Sun Studio in Memphis.
Oh wow!
I mean, it sounds like it was recorded at a museum, but but we do have some new stuff coming out, and we got a 7-inch. And it'll be released on my new record label. I wish I had a
7-inch. Jesus,
yeah.
Man.
Oh, yeah. My wife says it's all I got. But, yeah, man. And, so we're really excited. We're going to be hitting the road. We're going to be, we're just doing a little weekend run with our friends, Revenge Bodies, also from Little Rock. Yeah, man.
And so what did you grow up listening to? I'm an old guy, so I grew up listening to it. But what was your influences with this rawness, with this punk rock?
Man, I was fortunate enough to grow up in Russellville, and at the time that I was in high school, around like 2005, 2004, there was a lot of bands, a lot of high school bands, a lot of kids, playing music. We had a sweet punk rock venue. It was like a warehouse connected to like an auto body shop that was like an apartment.
Oh, wow.
At 5 o'clock, it was fucking, we could do whatever we want. It was awesome, and that was my influence.
Music wise, who did you like listening to? I want to say on the radio, but I guess radio was still playing stuff.
I don't know, man. Just like the raw punk rock stuff, like the Germs, the Dicks, early Butthole Surfers. Like the classical, rock stuff like Alice Cooper. Wasp. Rocky Erickson in the 13th Floor Elevators.
If you're listening to this and you've never listened to any kind of music like he just said, go out of your way to pick one of those bands and go to YouTube and listen. It's so you just pulled out a bunch of different bands with a bunch of different music that's fun, fun. And that's, I listen to everything. I listen to Waylon Jennings to punk rock. So there we go. Hey, man, I hate to do this to you. I appreciate you coming on, and we will give everyone as many details as possible about your band all month long on my personal Facebook page if you're watching it right here, and also on the Shooting the Shiznit Facebook page. Eric, thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
I gotta do something on you first, so hold on.
All right.
I gotta do this. Look, your time is up.
Don't miss Memphis Wrestling Live. Sunday, June 8th, former WWE Women's Champion, the Phenom Jazz, is coming to Memphis Wrestling. Saturday, June 21st, meet Vicky Guerrero live at the Tupelo Furniture Market in Tupelo. Sunday, June 29th, it's James Ellsworth. Saturday, July 12th, Memphis Wrestling returns to Little Rock with former WWE United States Champion Kalisto, along with the Arkansas Travelers for Lucha Wrestling Night. July 17th and 18th, Memphis Wrestling Kids Camp returns. Registration is now open. All tickets are on sale now. Get yours right now at memphiswrestling.tv.
Thank you to our sponsors, and welcome back, Record Store Nation. Wow. In February 2021, we started this podcast, The Record Store. I want to thank everyone. February 2021, over 4 years. Thank you for listening. If you listen to one episode, if you listen to all the episodes, this is episode 69, giggity giggity, and it is the finale episode. Here's what I want you to do, though. Stay tuned to stspod.club. Be on the lookout. I'll be doing my own music podcast. Should be fun. I got a lot of plans for it. Should be fun. Also, a big shout out to the band. MoonMane sent this in, and they also giving away a free t-shirt. So if you made it till after the commercial break, all you got to do is comment on the post or comment on the track on SoundCloud. I'll put you in a drawing and I'll contact you. Party on the Veranda album we just listened to, or I just listened to the first 4 tracks. I reviewed them. We got 3 tracks to go. But the site that the album was named after actually burned down just a few weeks back. Some trivia there. So there we go. All right, let's talk about side 2, or the last 3 songs on this EP. Goon, that is the next song. I like it. It's fast. It's punk rock. Get rocked, get fucked, get wrecked, get shot, motherfucker. Just like your money, it's all mine. Get shot, get fucked, get rocked. Punk rock at the best. Right there. And I love the way they end the song with just die. That's right. All they say is die. Good song. Like I said, go to YouTube, or you can pick up this on Spotify or Apple Music. Paper Mane is the 6th of 7 tracks. I like this one too. It starts out loud. Does that surprise you? Punk rock, loud. This a little political. I'm not sure they're not a fan of taxes. Lyrics are, you just let them build a wall. You just let them kill them all. You just let them kill them all. Why? Do you remember the Constitution? Well, they act like it's not even there. It's all taxes, 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 taxes. Just political, not always my favorite kind of music. I'm not a political person or share my politics with people. I do like the music of it. They also say fuck the ORCD. I think that's what they say. And if you're listening to this and you know what organization that is, let me know. I did a little research and couldn't find anything, even on the Google machine. Love. At the end of this track, also, the laugh reminded me of the Joker. I really liked it. Awesome. That was the 6th track. And the final track of the EP is The Guilty. Another punk rock song. You drink too much, talk too much, you think too much, don't know what to think, can't take all the pain, you don't know the truth. This kind of sounds like me when my meds aren't working, guys. I like the song. I like the music of the song. Good, quick song. Lyric was, I love you, but I can't defend you in the courts now. You're guilty. Guilty. You're guilty. We're all guilty of something, right? All right, guys. As y'all all know, if you follow the wrestling podcast, when BT's on them, same bad time, same bad channel, on the best little wrestling, well, the best little music podcast in the business. And as you know, I love my mama. That's not the end, though. That's not the end of the podcast. Stay tuned as we talk to Michael on 5-minute time limit for 5 minutes. All
Thank you,
right,
folks.
we got somebody here. Looks like Michael Hansen. Michael, I'm not sure. I put that link up, and everybody and their mama can get on there and come on and talk.
Hello,
Michael, who the hell are you, and how the hell are you?
my name's Michael Hansen. I'm a bass player in Little Rock, Arkansas for MoonMane. We recently got some sort of association with a wrestling group. I just want to let y'all know that MoonMane is down to wrestle anytime, anywhere, any rules. We will come at you. We will dominate you, and we will make you love it. Now, everybody's focused on the stars. Everyone wants to hear about what kind of toothpaste John Cena uses. I've never met John Cena, but I'm sure he's a tremendous fellow. We got some tremendous fellows in our band. We've done our fair share of violence to each other on the road, on tour, you know. We played an event in Tyler, Texas, where it was 2 bands would play, and then a wrestling group would happen. And I'll be the first to tell you, we got involved a little bit in the wrestling. Not just music, but also, you know, wailing on somebody, just going crazy in a redneck rumble kind of fashion.
I asked Eric about this. So being just, to me, the music's just so raw. That's what I like about it. But who was you listening to when you were growing up? What gave you this influence?
Man, I like Alice in Chains. I like Bowling for Soup. I like They Might Be Giants. And I listen to old school blues. Now, the old school blues has, I think, the most raw energy of any type of music because of the suffering and the hardship and the underdog status that the blues musicians had endured for a long time prior to their ability to record that music and get that sound of pain out there. So, you know, Robert Johnson, Muddy Waters, They Might Be Giants, all kinds of influences. There's no limit on what a song could be. And I like pushing the boundaries of what a bass player can do in a band. That's why I have all these delusions of grandeur about fantasy planets and membranous connections between the lunar cycles. The 30 planets of Zoltan have aligned, and the borders between universes is as thin as it has ever been. And
Michael, I got to be honest with you. Have you been chewing that gummy and drinking a diet Mountain Lightning tonight? Is this what's going on?
No, I'm only under the influence of life and the natural biochemicals God bestowed upon me. You know, I got a special set of family members allowed me to the truth in a way that most people wouldn't dare to do. I'm allowed to touch the music. I'm allowed to interact and change the sonic landscape of the central Arkansas, and I think the whole state of Arkansas, really.
Man, we got to get you on to you need to do the commercial for your band, man. You do a promo for it. As you can tell, we got the logo up. We will be reviewing MoonMane coming up on episode, I said this to Eric, but episode 69, giggity giggity. And so we'll be doing that later on this month. We'll be talking, I haven't picked which album yet. And y'all got new music coming out every week in the month of May. All episodes Memphis in May. And Little Rock's not Memphis, but it has the influence of Memphis. And y'all being in Sun Studios, I wanted to ask Eric this and kind of forgot after he started talking. How did it feel recording in something? It's history. Sun Studio is. How did that feel?
Felt haunted. Honestly, I felt like I was in the presence of honorable souls of the dead. Like we could conjure their energy and have them sort of act as a sort of depositor of musical knowledge on our own mind. They were like our muse, all right? You had the $1 Million Quartet, Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Carl Perkins, all in there in photograph form. But when you take a photograph, you know that steals a little piece of that person's soul. And then a video is something like 30 photographs a second. How much soul could one person give out, you know, based on photographs and such? And so whenever Jackson was doing his vocals, he was recording in the vocal booth. The rest of us was playing cards, and we were doing like tarot readings with a regular 52 card deck. And that led me to believe that, well, maybe something had come over us, maybe some sort of force, some sort of energy. Ooh, it was cool, man. It was cool. And we got to work with a guy who was going to music school. It was nice to have somebody with an education telling us what we needed to be doing and how we needed to be playing. And we came out with a real good product. But lately, we have been doing it ourselves. And I think that the quality of the recordings really shows our vision, our true vision, unwatered down, unadulterated, you know. And I think we could stand toe-to-toe with some of the best bands in the world and just make friends out of them.
What about
That's what
bass?
music is
Why did
about.
you pick the bass? Why did you pick the bass?
Oh, my dad wanted me to.
Right on, right on. Hey,
No, I like the bass because it's a combination of rhythm as well as tonality. It's not as technical as the guitar, but it's a little bit more expressive.
Eric, I got something to tell you. Your time is up.